drink down my tea and wipe off my lips.
Oh.
I'm reminded once again of the touch of Hikage's lips on my own, and my heart shifts in recollection. I've been like this since that day. No matter what I do, I can't stop thinking about Hikage. Why did he kiss me like that? More importantly, why was he so angry at me? I'm always asking, why? Is that what troubled him so much? We're all worried because we don't have our memories, and I've been asking him a ton of questions. I try to dredge up the grim feelings trapped in my heart, but nothing I do seems to make any difference. He said I'm getting too involved with him.
And that's how it went, and... Beniyuri? Something wrong? You've just been quiet this whole time.
Oh. I was talking with Usagi, but I got lost in my thoughts. Oh, I'm fine. Sorry, what were we talking about? Usagi places her cup on its saucer and looks at me with bright eyes.
It can't be nothing. You've been sighing so much for these past few days.
Sorry.
I wasn't saying that because I wanted you to apologize. I'm just worried about you, Beniyuri.
Usagi.
You were like this before when you were worried about Hikage.
Yeah.
Did something happen between you two?
I'm reluctant to spill everything out to a girl younger than I am, but her quiet gaze seems to hint at a deeper maturity. The words start flowing out of me. It looks like he hates me now.
He what?
I made him really mad. He said I was cruel. I had fun talking with him. I had a great time finding out all these things about him. I felt like we really were getting closer. I didn't realize he thought I was being annoying. He pushed me away and told me to stay away from him.
Beniyuri!
I'm such a fool. I thought we were getting closer. I wanted to talk about something happy so that Usagi wouldn't worry about me. My voice is raspy and I feel a stinging sensation deep in my nose.
You're crying.
Tears are streaming down my face. They didn't come when Hikage got angry at me. Only now have they started flowing, and I can't stop them. I realize now that I've been rejected. My heart is a mess.
Beniyuri, do you have feelings for Hikage? Are you in love?
Love. That single word I've hidden within my heart suddenly feels so real. Soft, gentle, sweet emotions are laced with the bitter pain stabbing at my heart. I've kept it hidden away until now, but this really is love. The moment I figured it out, I was rejected. I'm so stupid. I really do love him.
Beniyuri!
The sight of Usagi's downhearted face makes me even sadder. I can't lie to myself anymore. I have such strong feelings for Hikage. I'm terrible. I'm even making a little kid worry about me. Usagi pulls up her chair and holds my hand. Her face looks as though she might cry at any moment. Oh, no. Please don't cry, Usagi. It's my fault.
No, that's not true. I have something I need to apologize to you for.
You do?
Yes.
My own tear-stained face is reflected in her crystalline eyes.
But first, will you let me explain the situation between my master and me?
Please do. Gosh, I am so excited.
I think I can tell you. So please, listen to me.
What? The master?
The master is my brother.
I knew it! Okay. One theory confirmed. This shocking revelation marks the beginning of a long tale.
It was a long time ago. I lived in this manor with my mother. The building stood on a lake, far away from civilization. The mere sight of it was breathtakingly beautiful. Very few people came to the manor. Often, the only sounds that could be heard were the chirping of the birds and the rustling of the trees. I liked our quiet life. But a few times a year, the manor would become unbelievably noisy. That happened whenever Father would bring home guests from foreign nations. I didn't understand it at the time. Father had built up his wealth via his ocean transport business. The manor was built to accommodate his foreign guests. Mother was from a family distinguished in name only. She married Father to rebuild her own family's once sterling reputation. Because the marriage was not out of love, Mother always harbored ill feelings towards Father. However, she moved to the manor to give birth to me. In the end, she welcomed the guests just as Father desired. They would chat in foreign tongues. Laughter bounced off the walls, and the alluring scent of perfume filled the halls. An unending dance, adorned with the flashy masks Father would purchase from around the world.
So your dad was the mask collector, eh? Interesting.
Night after night, I would cover my ears to the sound of the elegant waltz that accompanied Father's visits.
Aw, she's so little. Look how pure she is. Oh my goodness. She's a little angel.
I was alone. I was born with a weak constitution. I tended to stay in my room, and I had no friends. I looked forward only to reading my picture books alone. One day, Father brought a boy to the house.
Oh, there he is! Look how nervous he is. So the two moles is his. So he just happens to actually look a lot like Monshiro. But that is how he looks. I lucked out there. Actually, while we're doing this, I was looking at the that burned picture we saw at the end of the common route. So Hikage has a hat that goes with this outfit, and that hat is like miniaturized on Usagi's bunny mask. So there's another little connection between the two of them.
This boy is your older brother now. Play nice.
The boy he introduced me to was beautiful, as if he came from a picture book.
So is he your half-brother? Adopted brother?
But his eyes had an empty look to them that made me wince. Still, it's nice to meet you, brother. Brother? I spoke cautiously, and he looked at me as though he had seen something unbelievable. And then...
Nice to meet you.
He said it quietly, with a warm smile. I had no idea what it meant to have a brother. All I understood was that this person with the gentle smile was now a member of my family. My heart sang with joy.
Oh, look at the two of them, so cute.
At first, I was confused, but he excelled in his academics and received lots of attention because of his good looks.
Even back then, eh?
I was proud of him. I grew so attached that I followed him everywhere he went.
Ah, so Benny Yuri hanging around all the time brought back some of those feelings too. I see, I see.
He was so knowledgeable and kind. He would also read to me.
But the black butterfly does not give up. Morning, day, and night, it flutters along in search of Psychedelica.
Brother, what's Psychedelica?
It doesn't say, but it's probably heaven. The black butterfly is chasing the white butterfly that died all the way to heaven.
Will the black butterfly die? That's a sad story.
Yes, but I think the black butterfly is still happy.
Why?
Even if it's only an illusion, it gets to see its other half before it dies.
But won't everything come to an end when it does?
I don't know about that. Happiness takes different forms for everyone. I think the black butterfly felt fulfilled.
I don't understand.
You might still be too young. Let's read a fun book next.
No. Will you read me the story one more time?
Again?
Yes. I want to know more.
All right.
Have you ever been in love?
Well, I don't know about that.
I hope you find someone like these butterflies someday.
Yes. Someday.
We were always together. At some point, I stopped feeling lonely. And then one day after Brother had come to the manor, I eavesdropped on Father and Mother during an argument.
I'm surprised we actually get to see Mom and Dad's faces. It's interesting.
You're making your mistress's child the heir!
Half-brother, okay.
Taking in that bastard is already insulting enough. How dare you bring even more shame upon me?
I have no choice. That girl is sick. She could die at any time. It's better to raise a healthy boy for the sake of the family.
How dare you!
I became scared and ran away at once. I didn't understand what they meant, but I hated hearing my parents yelling at each other. I went back to my room and cried. And then...
Aw.
It's okay.
my brother quietly took me into his arms.
I'm sure you were afraid and worried, but I'll be by your side. There's nothing for you to worry about.
But Mother and Father were...
It's all right.
He comforted me with his warm smile, and yet there was something different in the tone of his voice. Are you hurt, brother?
I'm fine. I can be stronger because you're here. I can endure it because of you.
I'm all right, brother. Please don't cry. I didn't understand what he was going through back then. We both just kept chanting, "It'll be okay," to one another like it was some kind of charm. Something in his heart had been hurt by the discord between our parents. I always had a weak constitution, but now I was growing weaker by the day. Malaise and fever struck. At times, I would lose consciousness from merely reading a book. My medicine kept me alert, but our misfortunes kept piling up. One day, some men came to the manor and started searching the house for something. They took some things with them when they left. I stood there, wondering if another party was about to happen, but after a while, I realized something was amiss. I nervously asked about it, but Mother only looked away in sadness. Soon, the furniture was gone. The dinnerware, too, and the sundries. I heard whispers that Father's business was not doing very well. Ray's not wanting for anything, I was ignorant and didn't understand what that really meant. I didn't mind when the glamorous furniture and dinnerware disappeared, but I did feel sad when Brother started to spend more and more time away. The medicine for my illness was imported and extremely expensive. Brother was the one who gathered funds for that, by selling the things in the house and by begging our relatives. All I wanted was for him to be by my side, although I had no idea what he was thinking at the time.
Please, please help my sister.
Beg all you want. Your rotten bloodline has no pride at all. Have you no shame?
Treat me however you want, but my sister is also your niece. I just need you to arrange for the medicine. I'll take care of the money, so please.
You're such a bothersome pest. Very well. I'll arrange for the medicine. If you want it so badly, I'll give it to you. However, you will never again set foot in this house. I want you out of my sight.
Thank you so much.
Brother left home for some time in order to gather up the money. When he returned, all of the color drained from his face upon seeing how ill I had become. But before long, he smiled at me once again and held my hand tight to give me courage.
It's all right. You'll be all better once you take your medicine. Our uncle is taking care of it, and I found the money. We'll have it in a few days. And then we'll call for a doctor. Just a little bit longer. Uncle will save you.
He repeated those words of encouragement over and over. Thank you so much. You're right. I'll be fine. Will you read to me when I'm feeling better?
Yes, of course I will. Don't worry. They're going to save you.
I know. I trust you. I'm most happy when you're by my side. I believe in you. I believe I'll be better again. And I continue to act as though we'd never be separated. And then, after a few days, I died. After that, on a rainy, moonless night, Brother committed a heinous crime.
Well, now I know where the guns come into play.
Oh! Somebody please come quick! The master has been shot! Who would do such a thing? Somebody please come
quickly! People die so easily. The swine that deceived me, and the girl who trusted me alike. Death does not discriminate. It comes for us all. I thought something might have changed if I killed him myself. What did I want to do? Was it all for nothing? I bowed so low my head touched the floor. I gathered the money, and I still couldn't save her. She trusted me. I relied on their words and was tricked. I let her die. If only I could see her once more.
From that day on, Brother slowly lost his grip on sanity. He used the money he had gathered from my medicine to buy numerous books dedicated to the subject of black magic. He read voraciously.
I'll bring her back from Psychedelica.
He was searching for a way to bring back the dead. A lunatic. That's what people called him. Like a man possessed, he lost himself in his search.
People called him a lunatic, ugly, laughed at him. Sound familiar?
Isolated from the world, he started to harbor hate for our parents, our family, and society. His attachment and his hatred became a curse, eating away his soul. One day, he heard about a mysterious kaleidoscope from an old peddler. Supposedly, it was a projector that could display geometric patterns on a water surface. Once certain conditions were met, it would connect to the next world. Brothers searched for years, and then, at last, he found it on the ship of a trader, and he obtained it in exchange for his entire fortune. Then, on the quiet evening of a new moon, Brother followed the peddler's instructions and built the kaleidoscope, placing it beside a lake. On the surface of the water, the kaleidoscope cast a beautiful otherworldly pattern. And soon after, the entire lake burst into brilliant light. The kaleidoscope was the real thing. The light shining from the lake illuminated across the water's surface. And in the next moment, my brother took out a handgun from his chest pocket and shot himself in the head. He fell into the shining water and sunk beneath its surface.
Damn.
And he drifted to the world in between. Originally, there was no world between life and death. The mysterious power of the kaleidoscope paved a path to the other side, but created a distorted world in the process. That world, made up of the lake and the manor, is where we are now. After my death, I saw eternity. But, perhaps due to my brother's powerful desire, the moment he used the kaleidoscope, my death was reversed and I was brought to this world.
Thus...
Brother! Souls who fall into the in-between lose their memories. Brother was no exception. He had lost his memory. When he saw my face, he started clawing at his throat in agony.
So she kept her memories because she had died and passed on to eternity. She didn't go through the in-between world. It's the in-between world that removes your memories. Interesting.
Who are you? I've seen you somewhere. That's right. They did this. They...
I didn't know if I should let him remember. Whoops. I quickly hid myself so that the situation could resolve itself. Once Brother had calmed down, he seemed to vaguely remember his time with me. While other souls are able to move on, he is unable to leave the manor. Souls with attachments to the world of the living cannot ascend to the heavens. That's how I learned the laws of this place. I've hidden my face with a mask to conceal my identity, and decided to live with Brother. He is the master here.
Damn, what a story. We learned so much there. And that's how it ended.
And that's what happened to us.
It felt as though she was narrating a play to me. I was listening intently, but it feels like I can't think clearly. I take a deep breath before speaking. The kaleidoscope, and the in-between world, and the master is your brother.
Yes, that's correct.
Why do I feel like you're actually in control, though, Usagi? Since I feel you would give him some control, but I feel like you actually have the real control over this place. Oh, man. Whew. Mind blown. So much of that was what I figured. More or less. So they're half brother and sister. Interesting. I got a lot to chew on with that. And that's why you're always... But wait, where is the master? I mean, your brother.
He is...
She pauses for a moment, hesitating before she reveals the truth.
Usagi, I'm in love with the boy. Can you please tell me?
He is close to you, although he is using a different name than when he was alive.
A different name?
He is Hikage, the one you have feelings for. Hikage is my brother.
What?
I can't process her words. So we get the reveal from Usagi this time. Interesting.
You're joking, right? Hikage, he's...
Hikage is the master of the manor?
I'm sorry.
My head feels like it's been shaken around.
But... I thought he was Yamato's brother.
No. He is just using the face of Yamato's brother as a disguise.
A disguise?
I explained to you about the faces before. The people who come here lose their face and body, and then move on as a soul.
Right.
Brother is the same. He lost his life by shooting himself. Until he reunited with me, he had lost his face and was merely waiting to depart. But because his memory was partially restored, he was unable to actually leave. After spending what seemed to be an eternity here, he realized that the in-between has laws that differ from real life. This world was an unstable space, created by the kaleidoscope. The only thing you could consider real is your own consciousness. And by that I mean your self, your thoughts, memories, attachments, and imagination. Those things work as a sort of power here.
What do you mean by that?
The weapon you've used to survive up until now. It's the same as that one. If you will it hard enough, you can create anything. You can also change your face at will.
What? That's actually possible?
I can't totally deny it. We are always making our guns appear out of thin air.
The reason why your weapon is a handgun is likely because that was the last thing Brother held before he died.
Dang.
In this world, the Master, that is, my brother, his thoughts rule over all. That's why everyone's weapon is a handgun. In this world, strong memories and attachments, that is, one's past and regrets, are reflected from those who end up here. That is why this warped manor has both new and old memories mixed together.
Are our cell phones created from memories too?
Yes, it's likely something you used on a daily basis.
I suppose so.
It may have been your subconscious, but it is something you created yourself. Materializing something from another person's memory requires an especially powerful thought, even more so when it comes to changing your face.
And Hikage can do that?
Yes. Among the books that he owned, there were some whose power was so far beyond the realm of human understanding that it could cause one to go mad. By assimilating that unearthly knowledge for so long, Brother must have obtained the ability to change his face.
Powers beyond human comprehension. I'm sorry, I'm not sure I'm following you.
Brother has the power of what people in the world of the living might call clairvoyance.
Clairvoyance?
Yes. And using that power allows him to read bits and pieces of the memories of the person before him.
Ah, that would explain how he knows so much about all of us. He can read memories? So then, he read Yamato's memories and saw his brother's face?
Yes. And he's seen yours, too.
Then the photos sent from the Master were based on what he knew from our memories. But what about your memories, Usagi? Doesn't Hikage read yours too?
Unlike everyone else, I've already gone to the other side once. My situation is different. I have no idea how I'm able to continue existing here.
Well, you also had a desire to be with your brother, so that's probably what's tying you here, too. We fall silent. There are so many things I want to know. Yep. But I can't tear my mind away from the fact that Hikage is the master of the manor. Why has he remained among us? Why would he pretend to be Yamato's brother? Usagi only shakes her head quietly.
Only my brother knows the answer to that. However, before he fell into this world, he hated everyone and everything. He was full of despair when he took his own life. Those feelings grow stronger by the day. He has become a demonic creature that enjoys warping people's hopes into despair. The only memories that remain with him are his hatred and his attachment to the kaleidoscope. He blindly believes that the kaleidoscope is a magical object that can grant any wish, and that it must be completed.
And of course, because this is a world of cognition, the kaleidoscope is actually a magical object that can grant any wish. Whew. Usagi hunches her shoulders and clenches her tiny fist in front of her heart. Usagi.
I've taken advantage of the people who have fallen into this world and had them gather the shards. For that, I can't possibly apologize enough.
You know all that. So why do you still do what Hikage says?
Because no matter what my brother has become, no matter what terrible things he has done, I still want him to regain his humanity. I had hoped that if he fell in love with you, the kind brother I once knew might come back.
Yeah, I figured as much. Oh, Usagi.
He would stop gathering the shards. He would stop hurting people. And when he finally departed for the other side, he would be filled with love. I couldn't let go of that wish. I'm sorry. I'm sorry I hurt you, Benny Yuri.
Large tears begin welling up and falling from Usagi's eyes. Usagi. This world was created by Hikage's love for Usagi. Did he forget about her? And his humanity, too? But
It's not just you. I think all girls are weak and unreliable. I'm worried I won't be able to protect you by myself. You really want to be considerate of your friends. Don't give up till the very end. Don't give up on your life. What would you do if Psychedelica existed, Beniri? If you could meet your departed loved ones there? Oh, right. I remember what it was called in Japanese. It's Psychedelica of the Black Butterfly.
Hikage. I still think there's a part of your brother somewhere inside him.
You do?
Your love for him might have stopped you from saying anything. But I think that deep down, Hikage also wants to see you. So, try talking with him. Not as the master and servant, but as a brother and a sister. Usagi's voice is shaky and she stares at her feet. She's slowly shrinking.
That's a dangerous idea. It might drag you into our mess.
It's okay if that happens. In fact, I want that. Looking back, I realize it now. when Hikage was talking about the black butterfly, he wasn't speaking as the master of the manor, but as your brother. I want to find out if the time we spent together was a lie. Not only for you, Usagi, but for me too. I really want to understand him. I want to try one more time. So, let's go see him together.
Benny-Yuri.
Usagi opens her eyes wide and purses her lips. And then,
Okay.
with a nod of agreement, Usagi makes her decision.